We, and by we, I mean Aaron Remley. Found a bar end plug on the track, so if you look in your end of your handlebars and there's a big piece of steel tubing sitting there just waiting to impale you in the rib cage, let me know. I got your bar end up here in the announcer's tower. Racing League racers, get yourself organized. Paul's going to help you out with that. You want them out on the table, Paul? The Racing League racers out to the tabletop for flag parade. If you're on the gate, back off and let the racers from the BMX Racing League through there, please. We're going to have them carry flag for us tonight. All you dudes out there in the yellow shirts. So BMX Racing League, meet out on the table. I see one hanging out in turn 2 over there. Hey, Ian. Ian. Can you let, oh, there, I guess they're going. You guys headed out for flag parade? All right, one more. Always room for one more. What's that? Close. Oh, I don't know. All right, getting the last of our BMX Racing League racers out there. All right, you guys on the gate and then staging. Right there. All you guys out there, right there. How many of you guys started in Racing League? Any of you? Did you? Any of you? Okay, we got a couple. Man, I would have loved it if they'd have had Racing League when I was your guys' age. They just kicked us out there with the wolves. Yeah. Well, and now Jeff just reminded me that, you know, BMX was invented like 20 minutes before I started racing, so. I can always count on Jeff to remind me how old I am. Looks like Stu's going to get a shot of those racers, and then we'll send them on their way. All right. If you could stand if you're able and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. All right. Thank you, racers. Going to get things going here very shortly. All right. Motos may or may not be up, and they may or may not be live. Yeah, motos are posted. Does she know? Yes. Okay. All right, we got a special grudge match going on tonight. Yeah, the old People's Choice coming back out. Your Mom Racing is calling out Green Tree Brewing, racing for a dozen eggs. If Jaybird beats Remley, she gets a dozen eggs. from Remley's homegrown chicken farm. And if you beat Jaybird, I don't know you real well, so I know you don't, but I know you don't drink. So an 8x10 Whalen autograph. All right. This just in from the Snack Shack. Yes, this is the biggest news that's happened out here all season. There's a brand new pickle salsa from Lock and Dam 14. Damn good salsa. They're giving it a test run tonight. So when you're over there, wow, I could get that on my Pop-Tarts. Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, we're not. So it's in a trial basis right now. So head on over there. You might be the first one to scoop it up. So we're just waiting on the rest of the moto sheets. That's why I'm stalling. But yeah, we're back here Friday again. Racing. Practice tomorrow night. Yeah, so after tonight's races, we're going to throw the tarps on the track. We could use a hand from you. I've always said it takes one guy a half an hour. It takes 10 guys 5 minutes. So if you could help us out, throw those tarps back on the track, keep it dry. Got some more rain in the forecast. All right, this just in from the scoring department too. We had to do an update on the Moto Builder program, and it defaulted back to the transfer system. Despite what your moto sheet might say, you will make your main tonight. We are not doing transfers. We're doing total points. We're double checking right now to see if we got any classes with more than 8, but we are very confident that we do not have any classes with more than 8. Yep, we're good. So listen up, everybody, all 3 rounds, despite what your moto sheet might say. So if you take first round, you didn't transfer. Come back for second round. We gotta wait for Sarah. Just getting things finalized. We're gonna get Sarah over to the finish line. Sarah's headed over to the finish line. Hey, as Sarah goes by, like through staging area, wish her a happy birthday. She had the best birthday celebration last night. I wish we all could have been there. I don't know if you ask Sarah where she was for her birthday, she'll tell you she was in the basement of this Silva City Council office, because when the storm hit, they all had to go down there. They were at the Silva City Council meeting last night. More on that to follow. We got big things going on there. We'll keep you informed of that. I think Sarah's close enough to the finish line. Stanton, if you want to cut those racers loose. 7 and 8 open. Going to be McLaughlin, McKay, and Edwards. Remember, racers, total points in all of your motos. And why does it, we're here on a Wednesday night. Why does it feel like this is the first time we've ever done this? It's just Wednesday. It's the only thing that's different. Okay, goes down 3 right on the top side. Out of Springfield. Doing it for the Ace Bike Shop. Lightning Ella McLaughlin. Tearing it up right now out there in front of PJ and McKay. McKay having a little trouble with the gate. I think we stalled him too long. Wow, this one stretched way out. McLaughlin got a huge lead on this one. She is heading in. PJ and McKay in there for the 2 and 3. Pavlonis, Brantley McKay, and Caden Fromm. Pavlonis with a 1-pedal start. Andy Patterson would have been proud of that. Pavlonis on the 1 right now, doing it for factory round 2. McKay and Fromm in tow. This is Moto 2, 9 and 10-year-old open class. Fromm doing it out of Long Grove. I always talk about our Eldridge riders. I spent a little time in Long Grove, too. Looks like Pavlonis got a handle on that one. Moto 3, 13-14 open. Ashby, Miller, Helke, Schneider, and Hanley. Schneider way up above that white line. Trying to hold off Miller. Miller searching for a way around him. Schneider getting really wide out there. Looks like Double A, the Stinger, and the hand grenade in there on the 3 through 5. Moto 4, 13-14 girls, Cruiser, Eddie, Turley, Johnson, Hanley, Hurst, and McBroom. Topside ride, going to go to Brooklyn Turley. Turley on the top side of this one. The Demon in there. Corey the Explorer, the Jaybird, the Bulldozer, and the Flying Squirrel. Turley doing it out of Sherman, Illinois. Sprocket Kings colors on her back tonight. She's going to take that one in for the win. 7 and under cruiser. Reeves, Ike, and the Ben Dog. Reeves out. Ike out there on the 2 and the Ben Dog on 3. Danger Deacon Reeves, topside ride, doing that for Power Effects at Speedco. $301 before the split in the 50-50. Reeves getting some heat out of Ike down that last straightaway. Oh, big Manuel out of Reeves. 10 cruiser, Johnson, Cash Peterson, Brantley McKay, Rhett Pavlonis, and the Bone Shaker. Peterson on the inside. Peterson with a whole shot, doing it for Team Iowa. Pavlonis beef in there on the 3. Dimmer and McKay rounding that one out. Cash Peterson checking out of this one already, though. Leading Pavlonis down to that last straightaway. Moto number 7, more cruisers coming at you. Scrowther, Reeves, Cartwright. Oh, Scrowther closing the door on Big Hoss. Reeves taking off while Scrowther was turning right. Still going to be Fort Knox Reeves on the outside. Oh, there goes Scrowther. I don't know, Sarah, they might be giving you a birthday present here. Scorer's nightmare. Well, Shelton Kimes, 17. Let's call it, 12 to 36 cruiser. Kime on the one, Shelton. Kellen Wells got the creaky cranks out there. Man, somebody pour some Diddy oil on those cranks. Shelton reeling in Kime down that last straightaway. Kime going to hang on, though. 46 and over cruiser. Swan, Burke, Remley, and Bionic Bob. Now, I have it on noted authority that Aaron Remley is horribly undergeared tonight. So he's going to run out of gas about the middle of that third straight. He's just going to try to coast his way. We are missing one out of gate, on the gate right now. We're looking for Kaya McInnes. Because we're supposed to have 8, and we only got 7. Little shavers out there, 5 and under novice. Anybody got eyes on Kaya McInnes? Okay. All right. She's going to need a helmet. she said no. No, she's not going? All right, we're going to run this without Kaya. So that gives us Ince, Stevens, Allen, DeBruzier, Castle, Stifle, and Brown. Whole lot of yellow shirts out there from that BMX Racing League. .161 ride. That's Stevens on the 1. Stevens, and I think that's Beckett Ince in there on the 2. That is a whole mess of young BMX going on right now. Kevin Stevens out of Bettendorf, going to hang on to the 1. Down to the last straightaway, heading for the stripe. It'll be Stevens, Brown, Stifle, Castle, DeBruce, Allens, and Beckett Ince in there. 7 novice on the gate, Ramos, Adams, McKay, Lawrence, McCleary. 3 wide heading into turn number 1. I see the Ben Dog in there in the middle of that sandwich. Somebody diving down low. You get a plate on that top side racer as they come in. Oh, Ben Dog working his way back up into the 2. That could be the, that's the 890. That's McKay slicing and dicing with the Ben Dog there. Oh, hang on to that gate. We lost one in that second straight. I'm going to check on that racer. Ben Dog still on the top side of this one. Going to be Ben Dog. Going in on the 1. All right, you guys, we got to send a little love and encouragement down there into turn 2. That racer's going to start over again. I'm not sure who that is. That plate's harder to read than... Oh, that's Maddox McCleary. The Madman going to take that one in, finish that out. All right, 8 novice, moto 12, Frazier, McBroom, McGinnis, and Cunningham. Whole shot, going to the Flying Squirrel. McBroom, Skull Crusher ride, topside ride. Got us a BMX Racing League racer in there on the 2. It's going to be Carson Frazier. Paper plate ride. It's going to be McGinnis on the 3 and the Osho on the 4. Right now, though, Sophie McBroom starting to check out of this one. Leading that race to the stripe. That was Moto 12. Moto 13 getting locked and loaded. Porter, Fromm, Lawrence, and Garrett. Ooh, Garrett up from Burlington. Long ride on a Wednesday night. Slicing and dicing coming out of first turn. The 130, that's going to be Porter. Porter on the 1. Superman, Joshua Porter on the 1. From Lawrence Garrett, not necessarily in that order. Rounding that moto out. Don't forget, racers, no transfers tonight. We are doing total points. Porter going to hang on to that one to the stripe. Moto 14, 12-year-old novice. 3 wide on the inside. Gage Jones now sneaking out, taking over the 1 spot. Jones had a little heat down low. Check that old 09 plate out. The 211, that's Case and Gear. The 211 in progress right there. The 894, that's Brockton Bump. Going to put Wipeout Wilson on the 4. Checking out of this one, though, Gage Jones. Doing it for Gate 8 Sexton Ford ride. He's got about a half a straight on the rest of the pack. Take that one in for that Gate 8 team. Moto 15, Lawrence, Eddie, and Garrett. We will call this 18 and over novice. Top side ride going to be Garrett. Got the bulldozer in there on the 2. Nate Lawrence on the 3. Garrett leading the way into that turn number 3 with Eddie in tow and Nate Lawrence on the 3. I'm going to say that's how that one's going to go. On to intermediate racing. Moto number 16. Ike, Armstrong, and Edwards. Down that first straightaway, sneaking out into the 1 spot. Going to be the answer, Amari Armstrong. Armstrong on the 1. PJ diving down low, nowhere to go down there. Be Camry Ike out of Shannon, Illinois. On the 3, single filing their way into turn number 2. Still going to be Armstrong, PJ, and Ike. 1 through 3. This is Moto 16. 6 intermediate is your class. 8 intermediate is a little packed up. Reeves. Danger Deacon Reeves. Got McLaughlin. Oh, McLaughlin gets a little elbow out of, that might be Jones? That is the outlaw, Fisher Jones. Now McLaughlin got the inside line. Oh, she goes for it. Can't make it stick. Going to be Dex Ike in there on the 4. Still going to be Danger Deacon Reeves. Reeves hanging on to the 1 spot. McLaughlin shuffled back into the 3 when the outlaw passed her. And Ike on the 4, 9 intermediate. Looking for Kellen Wells in staging, or perhaps even already on the gate. 880 ride of McKay on the 1. Going to be Kaczynski on the 2. The Voodoo Child on the 3. Jacob Nugent out of Naples, Florida. Paul, did you catch that on the moto sheets? Paul? Paul. Oh, Fireball working down that last straightaway. Oh, not enough to make it happen. Hey, Paul. Yeah. Remember Ted Nugent? Yeah. Topside ride right now going to the Demon, Rattling Hearst. Hearst on the 1. Going to be McGee and Dr. Jones. Rounding that one out. Hearst, though, showing the fellas the way to the stripe. She's going to say, guys, it's right there. 13 intermediate Wells, the Big Show, the Stinger AA, and the Purple Python. Ashby on the outside, can't not rail around the Stinger, Dax Helke. And they're pulling up side by side, elbow to elbow, heading into turn number 2. Big Show on the 3 right now, working it. The Purple Python and Kellen Wells rounding it out. Ashby now taking over the 1 spot from Helke. Ashby doing it for Skull Crushers. Helke out there doing it for the main event in Swan Racing. Wow, that kid got more out of rhythm than Jason Noose did when he dropped his pick the other night. 46 and over intermediate and expert. This one's just a little mixed up. Culver, Gear, Burwell, Miller, Swan, and Burke. Oh, nice snap out of Burke. Burke on the inside, got Culver in tow. Culver now settling in behind him. Going to be, Burwell. Burwell got a little sketchy coming out of turn number 1. Got Swan there. Miller and Gear going to round it out. Now Burke, factory strange motion kicker on the 1. Standard ride, Scotty Culver on the 2. Burwell now going to give it up to Swan, perhaps. Miller sneaking in around him, too. That was Moto 21. 22 coming at you. Looks like some girls experts. All right, Moto's back around to staging. We're going to run them. It's a school night. Topside ride going to be Whitmarsh. Whitmarsh on the 1. Lydia Perham out of McChesney Park. It is too a school night. Don't you argue with me. You catch the bus in the morning or you're going to get detention. Still going to be Whitmarsh on the 1. Perham on the 2. Factory Mangler ride. And then the Jaybird trying to get back into the mix after blowing a pedal out of the gate. Pavilonis, Bump, Peterson, Dimmer, Ash, and Johnson. 10X is your class. One of the fastest classes here at East Moline BMX Speedway. Going to be Cash Peterson on the 1 again, doing it for Team Iowa. Pavilonis on the 2. The 138, Speed Bump. And then Beef Johnson getting some heat out of Chandler Ash. Ash can't make it stick. Johnson hanging on to the 4. It'll be the Bone Shaker out there in the 6. He's trying to get around Chandler Ash. Pavilonis trying to catch Peterson. I don't think Peterson's going to let that happen. 11X, Hoss Cartwright, Knox Reeves, and Justin Scrowther. Reeves on the 1, Scrowther on a strong 2 right now. Big Hoss out there on the 3. Still going to be Reeves, Power Effects Speedco ride. Factory Standard ride, Justin Scrowther. And Gate 8 Sexton Ford ride. Big Hoss Cartwright. Looks like that's probably the way that one's going to go. That was Moto 22. Moto's back to staging. We got about 4 more motos to go, and then we're going to hit round 2, and Megan's going to yell at you. Moto 25 on the track. Hanley, the Super Sport, Corbin Miller, and Goro. Miller on the 1. Here comes Hanley and the Super Sport. It's going to be Miller on the 1. Handley, the Super Sport, and Goro. Last moto, round 1, 17 over X. Spiker, Turley, Schneider, and Bailey. Schneider on the inside. Bailey railing that first turn. Brooklyn Turley holding on to the 3 spot. Crazy Train Cameron Spiker on the 4. Moto's back to staging. We are going to start them over. We do not have balance bikes tonight. So you're going to want to get back up there. We're going to run round 2. And then Remley's got that People's Choice race, the grudge match with the Jaybird. Do what? Do what? The People's Choice. We already got it. You go away from me, you big bully. Motos should be back to staging. I'll lock the door. All right, Moto's back to staging. Don't make Megan say it again. Back here for practice tomorrow night, racing again Friday night. Sunday, that Illinois State qualifier out of Farmer City. Looking for Edwards. All right, just gotta, hey Kurt, I finally had my phone on me. Just got a special message from Kurt Johnson over there at the Green Tree pit. He's asking if Jaybird gets to pick what gear Remley gets to run. Have you noticed Remley went to a single speed, and he's horribly under-geared tonight. He can get out of the gate like bam, and then it's gone. So hot money's on Jaybird. She's going to take that dozen eggs home. Waiting on PJ to get back up to the gate. We already got McLaughlin and Jackson McKay. This is round 2. Remember, racers, total points tonight, no matter what your moto sheet says. We got an update in the program, and it kind of defaulted back, so we're good to go. Moto 1, round 2. McLaughlin out fast, and she picks the inside line heading into turn number 1. Jackson and PJ out there. PJ then Jackson. Still going to be McLaughlin, though. Ace Bike Shop ride. Coming all the way from Springfield on a Wednesday night. McLaughlin still hanging on to the 1. Going to take that one in down and around that last straightaway. And take that in for the win. PJ and McKay on the 2 and the 3. Pavlonis, McKay, and Fromm. 9 and 10 open. This is moto number 2. Pavlonis. Looks like he's going to take the 1 spot into that first turn. McKay and Fromm in tow. Pavlonis, McKay, Fromm. Now McKay working in on Pavlonis. I don't know. Looks like Rhett's working just hard enough to stay in front of him. Pavlonis going to take that one in for the win. 13 and over open. Hanley, Schneider, Helke, Miller, and Double A. Oh, nice snap out of Hanley, but man, look at Caden Schneider. Schneider gets ahead of Hanley. Hanley now shuts the door on Double A. Double A trying to find a way back around him. Helke and Miller. Schneider now hanging on to the 1, heading into turn number 3. Got the hand grenade and Double A. Double A just sat down going over a jump. Not recommended. Helke takes over the 3 spot. Schneider taking that one in for the win. Helke going to take the 2. Double A on the 3. Ladies Cruisers coming at you. Turley out like a rocket. Doing it out of Sherman, Illinois. Leading the Ladies Cruisers into and out of turn number 1. Going to be Hurst on the 2. Cora the Explorer. The Jaybird Trying to work on Cora the Explorer now. Cora's got the inside line. Jaybird trying to find a way around, running out of track. Eddie out there on the 5 and chasing the older girls around the track. Going to be the Flying Squirrel. Hurst now reeling in Turley down that last straightaway. Turley looking smooth. Hurst trying to lay him down. Turley going to hang on for the 1. 7 and under guys, cruisers coming at you. Danger Deacon Reeves out and over. Got Ike and the Ben Dog. On the 2 and the 3, still going to be Reeves. Power Effect Speedco ride, Danger Deacon Reeves. At one time, Reeves was the fastest 6-year-old in the country. Now he's the fastest 7-year-old. Reeves still hanging on to the 1 spot in front of Ike, and McKay back there in the 3. Going to be Reeves down to the stripe in 700 cruiser. Moto 6, 10-year-old cruiser. Johnson, Peterson, McKay, Pavlonis, and Dimmer. Oh, wow. Peterson out fast. Got Pavlonis on the inside. Beef staring the rest of the pack around. He's going to try to hang on to that 3 spot. They're ganging up behind him. Pavlonis trying to work Peterson out of turn number 2. Can't make it happen. Peterson hanging on to the 1. Cash Peterson, Team Iowa ride. Beef Johnson still getting some heat out of Dimmer. Dimmer trying to work in for the 3. Still going to be Cash Peterson on the 1. Pavlonis races for 3rd and 4th right now. Dimmer trying to work on Beef Johnson. Oh, not calling it. I have to check with Sarah to see who got that one. Schuyler, Reeves, Cartwright. Fort Knox Reeves on the 1. Power Effects Speedco ride. Factory Standard ride. Schuyler. Gate 8 Sexton Ford ride. Adam Big Hoss Cartwright on your 3 ride. This is moto number 7. Looks like Reeves going to hold off Schuyler out of that turn number 3 and probably down that last straightaway. Moto number 8, Shelton Kime Wells. 12 to 36 cruiser. Kime getting some heat out of Shelton. Shelton working him down into that 3rd turn. Still going to be Kime, Shelton, Kellen Wells. Kellen, you ain't sneaking up on anybody with those creaky cranks. Kime going to take that one in. Remley, Burwell, Swan, and Burke, 46 and over cruiser. Oh, 4 wide at the stripe. Burwell gets a good gate. Remley on the inside. The only problem with Remley is he's stuck in 1st gear. Burke on the 2. Burwell and Swan getting really squirrely behind there. You guys tap your brakes a little bit for me, would you? You need to slow down just a touch. Is Kaya going to make round 2? I don't see her anymore. Looking for Kaya McInnes. Probably, if she didn't make 1st round, I'm probably going to say she's not going to make 2nd. All right, Ince, Stevens, Allen, DeBruce, Castle, Stifle, Brown. 5 and under novice. Kevin Stevens on the 1 again. It's like all those kids just like hucked it over that step. That was awesome. Stevens. All right, we got a pile up in turn 1. We're gonna check on those racers. Stevens, and then the 503. That's Ince. Oh, racing for 3rd and 4th. Couple of paper plate riders. I'm sorry, guys. I missed your plates. I can see them, but I can't see them. Stevens. Not supposed to. Uh-oh, we got a race for first place. Beck going to make the move on Calvin Stevens. It's going to mess up those points. Send a little love to our down racers. They're back up and going. All right. Did the old microphone battery switch there in like record time. Moto number 11, 7-year-old novice class, Ramos, Adams, McKay, Lawrence, McCleary. Ben Dog diving down low. Hanging on to the one spot coming out. Going to be the Ben Dog. I think that's Jalen Ramos out there in the 2. Ramos hanging on to the 2 behind McKay, now working him. Ben Dog and Ramos on the 1 and 2. McKay, Lawrence, McCleary out there. Ben Dog going to hang on to the 1. Ramos on the 2. Moto number Lawrence coming in on the 4. That's McCleary then on the 5. Moto 12, Frazier, McBroom, McGinnis, and the O-Show. Topside ride, the Flying Squirrel, Sophie McBroom. McBroom on the 1. McGinnis and Frazier trying to decide who's going to take the 2 and the 3. O-Show out there. Oh, we lose one down the last straightaway. We got some help heading out that way. We got another moto coming your way. $331 in that 50-50 before the split. Porter Fromm, Lawrence, and Garrett. Man, Porter working his way into the 1 spot. Perhaps. Couldn't make it stick. I think that's Lawrence on the 2. So we got a 9.63 and a 9.03 out there. What's that? Lawrence could take that in. Oh, racing for second and third. Jones, Wilson, gear, bump. Gage Jones, topside ride. Jones keeping the Mohawk alive while the Metal Man heals up. We'll get his Mohawk back out on the track as soon as possible. Out there in the 2 spot, that's going to be gear. 211 in progress. Bump and Wilson rounding that one out. Gage Jones, though, going to take that one in for the win. Gate 8, Sexton Ford ride. 17 to 20-year-old, 17 and over novice, Garrett, Eddie, Lawrence. Eddie gets a good snap on the inside. That looks like Garrett works his way up into the 1. Eddie going to try. Nope, she's going to settle in for the 3 spot, letting Lawrence by. Garrett hanging on to the 1 still. The Garrett's coming up from Burlington, Iowa to race with us here at East Moline.